Hello and welcome back to Green Money Momentum, where we talk about market movements, making money, and money momentum. And today we're going to be talking all about BigBearAI, ticker symbol being BBAI. And I know Big Bear investors cannot be too happy right now as the slide down continued. We were down 15% during the normal trading hours. And now Big Bear sits at a price under $3. And so if you have been following Big Bear with me long enough, you know that this is a pretty significant move down for Big Bear. We were gaining a lot of hype and momentum off of the news of the new CEO and then also the Department of Defense contract that Big Bear was awarded. So we saw the price skyrocket all the way up to $10 and beyond. But since that point, we have only seen negative moves in the Big Bear, and now we are down more than 50% from the high that we saw when we were around $10. And so now many investors may be starting to wonder, is the Big Bear dead? Has the Big Bear stopped running? Well, myself, I am very bullish on the Big Bear for the long term. So I have a very long and strong conviction on BigBearAI, and that's because I believe in what they are doing. I believe in the intrinsic value behind Big Bear. I know that they are gathering more contracts, and I really believe in this company's future. But what was said today with the news, which I'm going to get to in a second, may make some investors feel a little different. So we're going to get into all of that as well as our technical analysis. Before I do, I want to say, as always, that this is not financial advice, and I always recommend that you do your own due diligence before making any financial decisions. So let's get into it. And so what sent Big Bear down today was some sloppy accounting. It looks like we have had some accounting errors in this company. They just filed with the SEC today, and they said that they will need to go back and restate financial results for their 2022 and 2023 fiscal years. And the company will also need to restate individual quarterly results for 2023 and 2024. Where this could really affect Big Bear is that they need to restate accounting related to convertible notes that are scheduled to mature in 2026. So those investors with convertible notes are not too happy with BigBearAI right now. Restating the accounting for the convertible note essentially means that Big Bear may have adjusted how they've been recording the terms or value of the note in their financial statements. And so, for example, they may have changed how they were reporting the interest, the conversion rate, how the notes converts to stocks, or the timing of when the debt would be due. And so simply what that could mean is that with Big Bear having to do a restatement of their financials, this company could be in a lot more debt than we thought. But we do have this positive right here, and that is that Big Bear stated that their revenue, gross margin, and operating cash flows from prior periods would remain unaffected. And so the stock did take a big hit today, but that is because of the uncertainty that comes from their balance sheet over the last couple years. And so investors are always trying to price in future earnings and events, and they're a lot of the times going off what we have seen in the balance sheet from the past. And so now with Big Bear not necessarily having the cleanest balance sheet and that sloppy accounting, that does put a lot of investors into an uncertain spot. And if there's anything the markets don't like, that is uncertainty. And so when we do a technical analysis on BigBearAI and we look at the short-term trend, we could see that it has bucked underneath the positive bullish trend that we were seeing. And so right when Big Bear got around $1, it started to gain a lot of momentum and value. Again, this was off the new CEO and then the Department of Defense contract. We did get slightly overvalued there, but then the overall market took a big hit off of the fear, uncertainty, and doubt from tariffs and inflation and all of that. Like I'm saying, the markets never like uncertainty, and usually they will go down when there is uncertainty. And so mainly BigBearAI took a big hit from macroeconomic factors, and then now we are again sitting right at the 200-day moving average. So just from the macroeconomic factors, this stock did get hit pretty hard, and we are now starting to look oversold on the MACD, and we are getting pretty close to being very oversold on the RSI. So when it comes to all the indicators for BigBearAI, we could sit in the $2 range for a little bit longer. We may drip down a couple cents more, but overall, the stock does look like it is oversold, and I do believe that we should continue back onto this trend. If we do, we will get right back to around $4 for BigBearAI. And so what I am personally doing, I am dollar cost averaging myself in the Big Bear, and I am taking these opportunities to load up more on BBAI. I think anything under $10 is a steal for Big Bear. And so I do believe that we will return to this bullish pattern for the Big Bear. And so with Big Bear, we have seen a lot of the value grow within it within the last couple of months with their new CEO, Kevin, having ties to Trump, and then also their big Department of Defense contract that they most recently got. I And even if Big Bear has more debt than we thought, I believe that they are going to continue to gain more contracts, as I believe that they are a front runner when it comes to AI and also defense. And so for myself, I am still very bullish on the Big Bear. I would be curious to hear what everyone else has to say in the comment section below. So please drop a comment with what you think about Big Bear. Please leave a like and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video.